Hello everyone. Today I'm going to prepare a special Lebanese traditional dish. It's called eggplant Fattah. It can be served as an appetizer or as a main plate. As you can see, it is a vegetarian, healthy and rich plate. The main ingredients are eggplants, yogurt, bread, chickpeas, tomato and tahina. So first I will start with the eggplants. I need 2 medium-sized eggplants. I start removing the top and the bottom of it. Then I want to cut it in half. Then I'm going to cut it in quarter. Then 2 small cubes. I don't want it to be too big, neither too small. One note is that the eggplant can be grilled or fried, but I'm choosing to grill it because it's healthier. And also I want to keep the skin because it will help me while baking it in the oven. I'm going to put the cubes skin down in the oven tray. And when the eggplant is cooked in the oven with the skin, it is very tasty. It will become crunchy with more taste in it. So this is the eggplant cubes are getting ready. If you want to fry the eggplants, you can also keep the skin. As I said, it gives you a better taste. But you have first to preheat the oil, to heat it very well, then fry it. Now I'm going to grill it in the oven, so I put it in the oven tray. I season with salt, I toss it with olive oil. Then I'm going to mix it very well to distribute the salt and the oil evenly on the cubes. These eggplants are going to enter in a preheated oven on 200 degrees Celsius for around 30 minutes or until it is well done. As you can see, I am putting it skin down. This will help me to have a good shape eggplant cubes and an evenly cooked cubes. They are well distributed on the tray. The tray is not overloaded, and now they are ready for the oven. Now we will start with the bread. Here I have a special bread. It is special because it's thick. It is a thick pita bread. It is different from the Arabic pita bread we know. The Arabic known pita bread is thin. This one is thick. This one is made in wood oven. The Arabic pita bread is made in gas oven. If this thick pita bread not available in your house or around you, you can use the Arabic pita bread, the thin one, or any similar bread to it. I choose this one because when I grill it, it keeps its shapes, and even when I serve it with the other ingredients, it won't be damped quickly with the liquids. As eggplants, this bread can be fried or grilled, and I choose to grill it because it's healthier. So I cut it in small rectangular shapes and detach the pieces from each other. Now I put my ready bread in an oven tray. As you see, it's not overloaded. I distribute it on the tray. I add olive oil. It gives a nice taste to the bread. I add also salt. Then I'm going to add paprika and cumin. Always eyeball it. And this time I'm going to be generous with paprika and cumin. It gives a special taste to the bread. Don't be afraid if you over add paprika or cumin. It won't spoil it. They are going to stick to each bread piece and give it a delicious taste. Now, after I add the cumin, I mix it very well so the oil, salt, paprika and cumin are well distributed on each piece. Then I'm going to enter my bread into a preheated oven on 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Don't forget to stir it from time to time. I want it to be a little bit golden and crispy. Now I will start preparing something similar to a dip. I need 2 medium onion. I cut it into small pieces, small thin pieces. The type of onion won't affect the taste of our recipe, so it's okay if you choose it red, white or even brown. It is important to cut the onion into small pieces because when it's cooked I want to be a little bit dissolved in the dip, and I don't want to have a big piece of onion that appears in my plate or that I can feel it big while eating. Then I will move to tomato. I need 3 medium tomato. I'm going to cut it into medium size pieces. Also, there's not a special kind of tomato to be used. The most important thing is to have a red tomato, well ripe tomato. As you can see, it doesn't matter the size. It's okay if I cut it in a big or medium size pieces because I'm going to process this tomato in a blender to prepare the juice of tomato. So I add it to my. Then I will add a quarter to half a cup of water. This will help me, or this will help the blender to process well the tomato. If you don't have a blender, you can grate the tomato. You cut it in half and start grating it. Also, we add water because I want the dip to be a little bit loose, so you can control the quantity of added water. I process the tomato in my blender, and now we have the tomato ready and the onions ready. My eggplants are ready. I can tell you about the smell. Look at their shape. They still in shape because I cut it medium to big size, and they are not sticking to the tray. This was the purpose of keeping the skin, and lay the pieces on their skin. I advise you not to taste any piece of eggplants because you will end up having no piece of eggplant. And this is my bread. It's ready. It is crunchy, a little bit colored, goldy, and it's very delicious. Also, I can tell you about the smell. Also, this bread can be served as crackers with other dips. The touch of paprika and cumin are irresistible. Now I am going to prepare the dip. In a small pan, I will add olive oil. Always eyeball the quantity. When the oil is a little bit heated, I will add the onion. Then I stir the onion very well until all the pieces are well coated with oil. I stir it from time to time because I don't want any piece to become burnt. When the onions are translucent, I will add tomato paste. The quantity should be 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, but I add a small spoon, a teaspoon, because the one I used is a homemade tomato paste and it is well concentrated. But if you buy it from the supermarket, add 1 tablespoon of it. I season with black pepper and stir it all very well. The tip to stir the tomato paste and any other spices with oil before adding the main ingredients is to infuse the smell and the taste. We're going to stir not more than 1 minute. Then we will add our tomato juice. One note is that I keep the skin of the tomato because it will help me to have a red color. I add salt and I stir it very well to combine all the ingredients together. I will let it boil for 15 minutes to thicken on a low heat. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare the yogurt mix. In a bowl aside, I have 3 cups of yogurt. I'm going to add 3 small garlic cloves. I will add it smashed. Here, the garlic is essential in our plate. We cannot prepare any type of fattah without garlic. Then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. 1, 2, and 3. Then I will add the king ingredients with yogurt. It is the tahina. Always try to use a good quality tahina because in this plate it will make the difference. Then we add salt and mix it very well with a manual whisk or even with an electric whisk. And it's better to use the electric one. One note is that if you are using cow origin yogurt and you like it loose and soft, add 1/4 to 1/2 cup of water to the 3 cups of yogurt. And if you are using the goat origin yogurt, then there is no need to add any water because the goat yogurt is looser. Now the dip is boiling for 15 minutes. I will add 2 tablespoons of pomegranate molasses. This ingredient can be bought from supermarkets. It gives a sour taste to our dip. So you notice that the sour taste coming from lemon and pomegranate molasses and the garlic taste are very essential in eggplant fattah. Stir very well, and then I will add the well boiled and cooked chickpeas. To have a well cooked tender chickpeas, I soak it in water and bicarbonate soda for not less than 12 hours, then boil it for 2 hours. After I stir, I found that I need more chickpeas. One note is the chickpeas is essential in this plate, so if I put more chickpeas or I over add the quantity, it's going to be okay. So I take some already prepared chickpeas, I put it in the freezer and add it directly to the dip. Even if it's frozen, it's okay. It will dissolve while cooking. After stirring very well, I will add salt to adjust the taste. 2 minutes more and I will remove it from heat. Now all my layers are ready. You notice that I have hot and cold layers. It's okay, you can add it like this or you can wait until the hot layer become cold. You can also keep the quantity in the refrigerator for up to 3 days, and when you want to serve it, just apply the cold layers. It will be very refreshing. We can serve this dish in a glass transparent container or in the traditional Lebanese fattah plate. I'm choosing the traditional plate. It is for 1 person. So I will start my layer. I begin with the bread. Then I'm going to add to the bread additional quantity of lemon juice and garlic. It becomes tastier. As I told you, this plate should be bold with lemon and garlic. Then I will add the dip. Just add the quantity that covers the bread, not more. Now I will add my beautiful eggplants. You can add more, you can add less, it depends on what you like. As you can notice that everything in this plate is eyeballed to your taste, to your desire. Now I will add the yogurt mix. I will cover it. I like the yogurt to stay thick because the dip will contain some water and I don't want my plate to have a lot of liquids. At the end, I will decorate my plate with some roasted pine nuts that I already prepared it and put it in the freezer. Now my plate is ready to be eaten. Look at it. It's very humble but very delicious and healthy and refreshing, especially in summer when the yogurt is cold. Now I'm going to taste it with you. I will take 1 spoon. Every time you are eating 1 spoon, it will contain bread, eggplants, dip and the yogurt. Believe me, you are not going to regret trying this dish, especially in summer. Bon appétit!